Most people think their blood type is just A, B, or O. Simple. But your blood actually carries dozens of hidden markers, and one of the rarest combinations on Earth is called golden blood. Known scientifically as Rh null, fewer than 50 people in the world have it. Their blood lacks every Rh antigen, making it incredibly valuable for saving others. It's often called the universal donor of universal donors. But here's the twist. If they ever need blood themselves, finding a match is nearly impossible. Their greatest strength becomes their biggest risk. Now imagine being naturally immune to one of the deadliest viruses in history. HIV has taken millions of lives, yet some people carry a mutation called CCR5 Delta 32. This mutation essentially locks the door the virus uses to enter cells. With 2 copies of this gene, HIV can't infect you in the usual way. Scientists have even used this trait in rare cases to help cure patients through bone marrow transplants. It's like a genetic shield passed down from ancient survivors.
Supertasters and lactase persistence. Some people experience food in a completely different way than you do. They're called supertasters, and their tongues are packed with more taste receptors than average. This means bitterness feels stronger, sweetness feels richer, and flavors hit with intense clarity. Foods like broccoli, coffee, or dark chocolate can taste overwhelmingly strong to them. That picky eater you once judged might actually be sensing flavors you physically can't detect. Then there's milk, something many assume everyone can digest, but in reality, most humans lose the ability to break down lactose after childhood. A rare genetic trait called lactase persistence allows some people to keep digesting milk into adulthood. If you can drink milk without discomfort, you're actually the exception, not the rule. Evolution favored this trait in populations that relied on dairy for survival, turning it into a genetic advantage. No body odor and the athlete gene. What if you never needed deodorant? For some people, that's reality. A gene called ABCC11 determines whether your body produces the compounds the bacteria turn into odor. If you inherit a certain version, your body simply doesn't create that smell. Interestingly, this same gene also affects earwax type. Dry earwax is often a sign you have this trait. Now, let's talk about performance. There's a gene called ACTN3, often nicknamed the athlete gene. It influences how your muscles perform, especially for explosive power like sprinting or jumping. Some people have a fully functioning version, giving them a natural advantage in strength-based sports. Others lack it and tend to perform better in endurance activities. But having the gene doesn't guarantee success. It only gives you the potential.
Imagine remembering every single day of your life in perfect detail. This rare condition called hyperthymesia allows people to recall dates, events, and even small details like what they wore years ago. It sounds like a superpower, but it comes with a cost. Painful memories never fade, and the past is always vivid, whether you want it or not. On a lighter note, have you ever sneezed when stepping into bright sunlight? That's not random. It's called the photic sneeze reflex, and it's genetic. A sudden burst of light triggers a mix-up in your nervous system, causing you to sneeze. It might seem harmless, but in certain situations, like driving, it can actually be dangerous. Heterochromia and cilantro soap effect. Some people are born with 2 different colored eyes, one blue, one brown, for example. This condition is called heterochromia, and it happens when melanin is distributed unevenly. Most of the time, it's harmless and simply a unique feature. But if it develops later in life, it can sometimes signal an underlying issue. Now, think about cilantro. Some people love it, others say it tastes like soap. This isn't preference, it's genetics. A gene called OR6A2 affects how your brain interprets certain chemical compounds found in cilantro. For some, it triggers a soapy taste. So the next time someone argues about cilantro, remember, you're both right. Your DNA just disagrees. Longevity gene and double eyelashes. Why do some people live well into their 90s or even 100s while others don't? A gene called FOXO3 has been linked to longevity. It helps your cells repair damage and handle stress more efficiently. People with certain versions of this gene tend to age more slowly at a biological level. Then there's a rare trait that sounds glamorous, double eyelashes. Caused by a mutation in the FOXC2 gene, it creates an extra row of lashes. From a distance, it looks beautiful, but in reality, these extra lashes can grow inward, irritating the eye and causing discomfort. It's a reminder that what looks like a perfect trait isn't always easy to live with. Synesthesia and red hair pain response. Some people don't just hear music, they see it, or they read letters and instantly associate them with colors. This condition is called synesthesia, where the senses overlap. It's consistent and lifelong, and interestingly, it appears more often in artists and creative individuals. Their brains are wired differently, turning perception into something extraordinary.
Red hair is another rare trait, but it comes with hidden effects. The MC1R gene not only determines hair color, but also influences how the body processes pain. Redheads may tolerate certain types of pain better, but can be more sensitive to others. They also often require more anesthesia during medical procedures, making this trait far more complex than it appears.
One of the most powerful and brutal genetic traits is the sickle cell trait. If a person inherits one copy of the gene, they gain resistance to malaria, a disease that has killed millions. But if they inherit two copies, it leads to sickle cell disease, a serious and painful condition. This is evolution at its harshest, a trade-off where survival comes at a cost. So the next time you look in the mirror, remember this. Your body might be carrying hidden traits you don't even know about. Tiny variations in your DNA could shape how you taste food, fight disease, remember your life, or even how long you live. You might feel ordinary, but genetically, you could be anything but.